one of the big factors in the Warriors having success in the later halves last night was the inclusion of David Lee in the game. Now, we haven't seen him at all, mostly in the playoffs at all, but not at all in the finals yet. He was a did-not-play coach's decision. I was always wondering about that. You know, I understand he doesn't quite fit into the scheme that they're playing in, but last night that clearly proved them wrong. So what do you think about his inclusion in this?
I think what David Lee brings to the table, by the way, quick shameless plug, he and I grew up around the same area. He's a little older than me, but
so you're biased.
Anyway, so
you're showing your age there, Jordan.
That's right, I know. Well, the problem, he's at least 3 or 4 years older than me, I think. But anyway, what he brings to the table is a lot of offensive ability, both in finishing the basketball, getting good shots, and passing the basketball. So he really kind of brings their offense, kind of helped bring their offense out of a dark hole, because when you have Festus Ezeli and Andrew Bogut in there, you know, those guys have really, at least Andrew Bogut has lost his ability, you know, as an offensive player a lot. Festus really is more so of a hustler and a rebounder than he is an offensive threat. But when you put Lee in there, it gives them, you know, a little bit more of a look offensively down low. And it also is, as I mentioned, David Lee is a fantastic offensive player. And when you add him to all the other offensive talent on their offense is starting to look more like the Warriors' offense we got used to seeing, I think, passing the basketball, working it around, getting 2, 3, 4 good passes before you put up a shot instead of, you know, kind of isolation ball with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson.
Right, and Jordan, speaking of offensive play here, as we saw in Game 3, it was brick after brick on the Warriors side of the ball. Honestly, it wasn't excellent play from the Cavs either. Offensively, we saw great play from Dele, great play from LeBron, but outside of that, there wasn't great numbers coming from them. Now, this total line is at 193, and it's a minus 105 on both sides. Can you see an over here? I like the over.
I liked the over last night, and it burned me because of that second quarter where, you know, the teams just both fell off a cliff offensively till right at the end of the quarter. It was like, you know, it almost cashed, though, because of a high-scoring fourth quarter, and I think that's going to carry over. I think I liked the value at 196. I'm doubling down. I really like the value on the over on 193, Megan. I completely agree with you on that.
Now, Jordan, let's take a look at the money line real quick right now. You know, obviously, looking at Cleveland as the underdogs, again, I still understand that, especially at home. But if you're looking to make a play there, what do you think about that?
So, you know, if you like Cleveland, you're absolutely just going to take the money line at plus 130, plus 125 and go there. I've been really bad at picking sides on this series so far. With the outside of Game 1, I've gotten the last 2 games wrong. So I'm not sure I'm going to put too many resources in betting the spread or money line here. But I think, you know, I might be roped into placing a 1-unit play on the Cleveland money line and then going with the over here. I think that's probably where I'll end up going tomorrow night. But I still have, you know, a good 24 to 26 hours to make up my mind here. So I might change my mind between now and then. Stay tuned tomorrow. But that's how unpredictable this series has been, really.
All right, Jordan, let me throw one more thing at you here before we wrap up. We were already chatting about it earlier. The lines have already been released for Game 5, and we know that Game 5 is going to happen at this point. So my question here is, should we be considering these lines? They're at minus 5.5 for the Warriors. Both sides are very even. It's minus 105, minus 110 on both sides, depending on what book you're looking at. Is that something worthy of our consideration at this point?
I'm saying probably not, but I could see why you might want to jump in on value, especially if maybe, you know, Cleveland comes out and wins tonight. You'd have to think that they're going to be less than a 5.5 dog at Golden State, regardless of what happens. You know, even barring a unforeseen, you know, LeBron injury. Please no. But anyways, you know, I would say no. It's just as unpredictable as it's been. It would probably leave you open to too many variables without the game tomorrow night being played.
Yeah, Jordan, I'm just looking for an exciting show tomorrow night. I need a little bit more scoring. I don't see the over hitting like you guys, but I'd love to see that happening. Thanks for coming on today to talk to us, and we'll talk to you again next game, huh?
Yeah, we'll see you soon, Jordan.